Blessed fall equinox, y'all. I finally got the mic to work. Turns out it wasn't the mic, it was the damn phone. So iPhone, I'm coming for your neck. For my audio, always glitching when you want to come out with a new version. Okay, so come see me about that. So blessed fall to you all. I know that the winds and the weather is changing depending on where you are. I know here in North Carolina, where I'm from, the weather went from 80 to 67 today. So it's a nice day to stay inside or be outside in the warm, chilly weather with your warm wear on. And if you're still in the summer wear, you're crazy, because the weather this whole year has been unpredictable. So you should always have a winter coat on deck, some shorts, sandals, and a pair of socks. Don't ask me how that goes together, but it does. Okay, so peace and wholeness to you all. Blessed autumn, okay, or fall, y'all. Okay, it's fall, y'all. And so today I wanted to talk about some essential oils to start putting into your in your little cabinet. And when I talk about essential oils, I'm talking about oils that you make for yourself, that you use in your everyday life, whether it's to anoint, to put your intentions onto, anything of that nature. So this is what I'm talking about, those things, in the hoodoo nature, not the essential oils that you buy at the store. They're essential and they can be used, but I'm talking about the herbs, essential to your spiritual connection, to your God, to your ancestors, to yourself, to wherever you're trying to go to. So yeah, so today I want to talk about the importance of having a balance when it comes to having an oil, making an oil. I like to have and make sure that I don't want to say an opposite oil, but a balance. So when the seasons change, I like to begin to create a protection, expelling, cleansing herb oil, using those kind of herbs. And then I like to do a replenishing, restoration, luck, prosperity as well, because they can work one and the same. So when you create one, you anoint yourself for protection, whatever have you, and then you put some back on, wax on, wax off, that kind of thing. So it's really important to have those balances for yourself, because we consist of balance. I don't want to say opposites necessarily, because sometimes the things that we say is opposites aren't. It's really perspective. So I want to say balance, because something has to be balanced, So when it comes to putting herbs and selecting herbs for your oils, and I'll show you mine right here. I have them sitting right here, what I made. But when it comes to putting herbs, selecting herbs, you don't have to use too many herbs, because first of all, it can be a lot of energy going into one, and because a lot of herbs are multi-purpose. What you use for purify, you can use for love. When you use for happiness, sadness, those kind of things. So you can use these for multiple things. And also when it comes to finding meaning, how does it make you feel? So for example, sage can mean, I don't know, sage is like the worst one to use. Let me just say lavender. Let's go there. Lavender, when I say lavender, some of y'all might think like peace, or serenity or calm, those things. But when I think lavender, I'm thinking protection, cleanse, because it's a very strong herb. So it's what you attune to and how you use it. And one of these days I'll talk about how you can define your own definition to these things, because that's how it's worked and been passed down based off of how it has been used, what it has been divined on by the diviner, and then passed on for generations. So we can create our own little book or knowledge of what these herbs mean to us. So it's really important that we know that as well. If you can't find a meaning to something, or it just doesn't resonate, start to use them. I'll get there. I don't want to. I'll get there. So getting into the oils that I make for myself as the seasons change, especially going from hot to cold. We're in a season where things are dying, giving away, shedding. So you're in a vulnerable state, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, all these things. So one of the things I like to do for myself in my household is make 2 oils that I can use throughout the season to help me reestablish my defenses. And a lot of you who might be like, oh, what's she making? It's no different than your olive oil that you anoint and all those things too. And a lot of these oils, they have therapeutic benefits as well as spiritual, and they also have holistic benefits. That's one of the beautiful things about working with the herbs, using your magical ways and all of those things. It helps all aspects of your body, all planes of your body. So the first oil that I have, I like to have things that's balanced. I don't like to say opposite, but balanced. So if I'm protecting and cleansing and repelling and removing things out of my life, I then want to still protect. I always like to have a level of protection in everything that I do. So still protect, but let's bring in some prosperity. Let's bring in some love. Let's bring in some joy, some money, because we all want some money, some wealth, and some patience and understanding to keep that money, so combining those herbs and things like that in a simple oil to use during meditation or prayer, what have you, really amps it up, and so it all is about faith, your intention, what you believe in, what you're willing to do to get these, what's on my face? Oh my God. But yeah, so what you're willing to do to achieve your ultimate goal, which is whatever your ultimate goal is, insert here, So the first herb, I keep saying herb because this oil only has one herb in it, is my rosemary oil, okay? Let me put there. So what I do is I take a sprig of rosemary because I grow rosemary. It's also really good to grow these things and have these growing up in front of your house for spiritual protection, all those things. Now, this is not your alley, and this is not what you stand within. Go on somewhere else, okay? Just go get it. But yeah, this is rosemary, and so rosemary is expelling old energy, breaking ties, cutting cords, cleansing, relaxation, sensuality, balance as always. It's a very strong smelling herb, and it's really calming as well, and it also can help just anything that you want it to do. So I like to use rosemary oil, to anoint on my hands when I cleanse myself, like sage, or just clean my energy, or when I say my prayers. See, it's really light. And I put it in safflower oil. So safflower oil or sunflower oil, they're not really heavy, and they can take up the herb and what it smells like and all those things the best for me. And so what I do is I'll put some right here and rub the back of my neck at the same time and say my intentions or my prayers, or what I wish to protect, and or I utilize the same oil when I bless a candle, whatever my intentions are for that, or when I give offering to my ancestors, put a dab or do it, so you could do whatever you want, your heart's desire with this oil. So for rosemary, I really like rosemary. I also like to cook with rosemary. It's a very, very good. So rosemary oil, and that this is about completed because it's cloudy. So when I first put it in, it was clear. So it's about to mesh and merge together. And so I chose to put it in the sun and let it sit out there for, I didn't count. It was longer than 2 weeks. And there are other ways that you can infuse herbs into oils. I just do it this way because, who am I kidding? I don't have time to do anything else. Okay, so for me, I think I'm going to transport this into another bottle, or I don't know what I'm going to do, because I don't know if I want to keep the rosemary oil in there. But then again, I might. So, but you can also do that, because sometimes when you put too many herbs or oils into, it can stink. Okay. And speaking of that, when it comes to selecting herbs that you want to use, you don't have to use so many, because a lot of the times the herbs can be used, have many meanings to them, many different complete meanings, which is something I probably already said. So the next oil that I make, I love this one. It's really sweet. It is, I call it Carolina oil, but it's really restoration oil. because when you're cleansing out, you want to bring in, I don't want to say cleansing is harsh, but think about when you cleanse something, you're getting rid of dirt, you're scrubbing down, you're getting to the nitty gritty of it all, so it's really important that you have that balance put back in, so I have there's orange peel, lavender, anise star, and then you'll see the cinnamon stick. And I added another special oil that I make personally to this as well. And so when you have this, you have the cinnamon that increases your mental capacity. It's an antidepressant. It encourages creativity. The orange with the sensual, the luck, the prosperity. Anise with the protection and harmony. And again, balance. All of these oils are balanced. And so it really smells good. And you can see this one is newer than the newly put together than the rosemary. But because of the orange, it's really acidic. It's already started to combine and change colors, and it smells very, very good. So these are my 2 favorite oils to make in the fall season, to use throughout the entire season. And this will probably last me for a very long time. Both of them will. And again, I can put this on a drop of candle. I can put this on anything when I want to bless anyone, anything, all of these things. You can say your scripture, your prayer, your affirmation, whatever moves you. So I hope you have a great fall. Stay warm, stay blessed, stay ever evolving, and stay true to yourself. Peace.